Hey everyone, welcome to GitHub Comprehensive course. This is Pooja. In our last session, we have understood how important it is for us to design our profile on GitHub. In this session, we will discuss about the advanced repository management. So without delay, let's jump into it. Hey everyone, today we will study about GitHub Advanced Repository Management. So you might have seen, or I believe like you have followed so far whatever episodes we have completed, where we have understood clearly from basic to advanced what exactly Git and GitHub means about, and we have uploaded the projects, we have seen many more things there, we have understood how to create a profile, we have to design a web page, and then many more information I can select GitHub page, and then profile design, how to upload your projects, what is GitHub, and basics to advanced we have understood, and many more we are going to study as well, right? So you might not get full information about the advanced repository management, but in this video we will understand what is the advanced repository management and how do you. So most of them, they don't cover what exactly it is, but today we are going to cover it and you will understand what exactly it is, right? So let's understand, and here I am here to help you out stating what exactly it is. Okay, so let's start it. What does advanced repository management is, right? So first of all, it is advanced repository management. Okay, means it is a concept like advanced repository management involves in structuring, okay, securing, and then maintaining, okay, many more options you have, GitHub repository efficiently for teams and large projects. We have, and it also ensures smooth collaboration, version control, and access management, many more. Okay, so here what does it says? Okay, it is for collaboration, it is for version control, for accessing, for large projects, and like that we maintain it. And you know how important Git and GitHub is in the today's world. When you go work with cloud engineer or DevOps engineer or somebody else who is working on this Git and GitHub. Okay, so let's understand the features of it. Let's go theoretically first, then we'll go with the jump into the practical session, and we'll understand what exactly is the advanced repository management. Okay, so let's say features. What does feature mean, right? So let's say we have something called repository settings, okay, where you can configure your options like visibility, branch protections, and collaborations. Okay, we will see that where exactly we find, okay, and we will study more about it as well. So your example, you can set your repository as private to restrict the access. First option, let's say restrict access in the sense whenever, like let's say you don't want your report to be exposed to somebody else, right? It should not be publicly visible. So at that period of time you can go and set your private repository as a private repo rather than the public repo, right? So far we have done the public, right, but we have not worked on private, right? So private does mean what does it mean? It is like something where somebody should not access your profile, right? Your GitHub code or something like that. So it is like in real time where your companies use the private repo itself, okay, where it will restrict the access, and access is given only to the users who have been given the privileges. Okay, and the same thing here, you can add the team members in read, write, and admin. As I said, let's say if you might have known like what is IAM, right, in AWS, where you get the least access privilege, like you will be giving them the least privilege only. You will not give the many more privileges, like if somebody who is from your outside the organization, you only want to give some limited period for them, and after that you don't want that person to access it. Okay, and like that you have so many policies. If you are aware of IAM policies of AWS, the same thing here also works, like read, write, and admin permission. Either the user can only read, or the user can only write, or the user can only or else you can give an admin permission. Okay, so far as we all have created the GitHub, so admin is something so far you might not know, you might know that we all have the admin permission only because we are the one who created it, right? So but in the company it's not like that, right? The same way here, what does it do? It is something like branch protection rules will be there here. So what does it do? Okay, so branch protection is like something, it is like protect your critical branches. Okay, might be your main or master branch, and I have told you how important main and master branch is about. Okay, main and master branch is something where all your code is stored, right? So it is very much important for a company to work on that, and the code should be very secured, right? So at period of time we have the branches might be very critical. Okay, you can also there might be a chances of getting accidental deletion or direct pushes. Okay, so for that you don't want direct pushes to happen. You don't want something to happen all of a sudden. You want a time, right, for that. So at that period of time you want to if you can enable this branch protection. Okay, the same thing here also, you can require the pull request for merging. Okay, you can enforce your checks like CI/CD. Okay, for before merging you, and we have an option. Okay, this is all about the branching things. Okay, you can require pull request for merging, or you can also enforce the checks, and how it is happening that we will see. Okay, in some time. Then we have something called as repository templates. And what does it mean, right? So repository templates is something, use a repository as a template to create a new repository with same structures and files. Let's say, example, you have something called, you want to follow a proper structure. Okay, let's say you want to give the profile name. Okay, next you want to give some your projects, then your skills. Then you can go, you want to give your projects, then you want to go with the conclusion part, right? So at that period of time what you can do is, and you want to follow the same process for the next one. Let's say you're creating a project, okay, and you want to structurize your project in the same way where what you want to create, okay, the file wise or whatever it is the same way. Okay, so here also what will happen, if you want to follow the proper structure of this, okay, then you can use a template. Okay, that's what the repository template will comes into picture. Okay, the same thing here also, you can create a template repo from Python project like readme, or you can also go with the requirement.txt or git ignore. Okay, and click use this template to start a new repos with same. Let's say it's with a reference of this project repo you want to create with the same one, it is possible. Okay, and how to do that we will see in some time. I will also see what is forking repository, right? Forking repositories means what, right? So it is something, it's like a personal copy. Let's say there's a person A, okay, I'll tell you there's a person A1 and there's a person P2, okay. So let's say whatever he has one good branch where he did a good project, and the same project, and let's say the project has tens of files, different files it has. Okay, so it's possible for him to copy paste, but it's a human, manual work is there here. Okay, so that time you don't want to do it. Okay, you can just make a copy of that. Okay, and the make a copy of that is called as forking. Okay, that is called as forking repositories. Okay, so we will see that in practical and we will have a proper understanding of that. Okay, the same thing, you can make a personal copy of someone else, okay, repositories to experiment, or you can contribute without affecting the original. Okay, you can also give the fork TensorFlow, and it will also give your account. Okay, it will give you make changes and then submit a pull request in that way. Okay, here also it is giving you managing issues. Okay, this is all about the forking, and the next comes the topic is managing issues. So managing issues means what? It will use a repository as a template, okay, to create a new repository with same structure file. This is again related to the a template what we have discussed, and tell you that, because now if I'm telling theory you get confused, right? So don't worry, we will see this in practical, so you will have a better understanding there. Okay, so for now you can just go through the notes. So you can also have the features like labels. You also have call milestones, you have assignees, you have templates also. Okay, so how do you create it? You can go with login feature, assign the team members, add label, and enhance this. Okay, we will see that in some time. We also have something called repository insights. Repository insights, see, the name itself says insights. Okay, means something, monitor the repository actively, like contribution, pull request, issue traffics, many more options you have. Okay, the same thing here also, you have something called use graphs, you have something called track active pull, like that you have. Okay, example, contributors to see who made most commits. Okay, that it will show in the graph, and it will also tell you who are active, track the active pull request. Pull request means very well we know what it is. Okay, and also it will give you the issue trends for project and health. Okay, so in this way your project repository insight is divided. Okay, the same thing here we have something called best practices for your advanced repo and management. Okay, example, use meaningful branch names. Okay, might be your feature branch, login, bug fix, many options you have. Okay, see example, best practice to maintain all this is you should give the branching name, like feature, login, or bug fix, or any payment, like example. Okay, you should protect your branch with rules such that who can use what branch at what particular time. You should also use pull request for all the mergers. Okay, and we should have a document structure and guidelines in readme file to contribute md. Okay, contributing to md means, let's say there is a project. Okay, and if you have not given that in a readme file, and without readme file you created it. Okay, and the other engineer also want to follow the same thing, but how do he understand, right? And somebody is not there, suddenly he has left the company or something. Okay, so how do he manage, right? So to know everything in a very proper way, in a proper guidelines like SOP type, it is like an SOP, right? How it is there, how the performance is done, like how the projects is done, what was the steps, what was the error, how it has fixed, it has been fixed, and many more. Okay, you can write it, it's up to you, it's completely customized. Okay, there is no restrictions for that. Again, we have something called regularly reviews issues. Okay, so you have to regularly review your issues. Okay, PR is like pull request. Okay, and your repository insights should be maintained. Okay, so in this way, example scenario, use meaningful branches name as which we have told. Okay, okay, so in this way, I think it is repeated, I'm sorry for that. So yeah, so in this way you can best practices can be followed here, and where you can repeat the things. Okay, and tasks can be done. So till now we have understood what are the things you have to keep in mind, but today now we will see exactly how do you take care of it. Okay, so let's understand. As the first concept, it was like on repository settings, right? So let's jump into that. Okay, so I believe everyone are really aware of Git and GitHub, and I believe you have followed our previous videos where I have told you about what is Git and GitHub, and then many more we have discussed about it, your profile design, how the workflow of Git, how to upload your projects, and everything, whatever is there in the Git, everything almost we have covered, and here we are doing something advanced which is very much important for you. Okay, so without that, today's topic might be difficult for you, so I recommend you please watch those previous videos and you will have a better understanding on Git and GitHub. Okay, so let's say the one who are watching the video the very first time and you are not aware of the Git or GitHub, no worries, I'll help you through some basic things which you have to keep in this mind before watching this video. Okay, fine. So what we will do, you should log in first to GitHub, login. Okay, you have to do sign up for the GitHub. Okay, without this it's not possible for you to work because this is very required. Okay, GitHub sign up you have to do first, this is important for you. Okay, and this is how the GitHub looks like. Okay, here you get your profile. Okay, all this details is related to your profile. Okay, and which we have discussed previous class, and where your repositories, everything is there, and then we will create it. Okay, now we will see, let's say we have some profile like in your previous video we have went with hands-on on projects on GitHub, right? So here what we will do, we will do settings. Okay, here you can see code, issues, pull request, actions, projects. Okay, wiki, you have security, have insights here. Okay, we will come back to this. Let's jump into the first topic called settings. Okay, so you have these many settings for you out of this. Okay, where you can select which settings you want. Okay, currently I have my repo has like a public repo, right? If it is private, then you have an option called to create a SSH key. Okay, so you can do that where the security part will come into picture. Okay, and if you want to go with the email notification, you can go. Okay, we'll come back to this again. Okay, so let's jump into the branches. Okay, here you have something called branches. I told you have to take care of your branch rule set. Okay, how do you? Okay, this is the point which we are discussing about now. Okay, so here as I said currently I'm into public, so I don't have this because I want my profile to be public only. Okay, and then who team members what access they can give, it's up to them. Okay, so currently I'm not into private repo, so it's not up to us. Now let's go to the branch protection. Okay, so we will concentrate on this, what is branch protection. Okay, let's jump into it. Let's say here you have something called when you went, right? See, you remember this is my profile, this is my repo. in this repo I have setting option. In this settings option have branches, right? In this branch, what I'll do, I'll go with add branch rule set. Okay, so you should click on that. Right, you should give the rule set name. Okay, anything whichever you want to give, you should give, but remember anything in the sense which branch you want to give. Okay, master branch, main branch, feature branch, which branch. Okay, for that I should also know, let me take the duplicates. Okay, and see which branch I'm into. Okay, okay, so I have something called GitHub. Okay, 1 minute. Just leave. So you can see currently I have how many branch? One branch only. Okay, coming to branching strategy, I have already explained in the episode 2. You can watch there and you have a better understanding there what is exactly the branching is. One of the important concept for your interview which you should know. Okay, so jump into, let's understand. It's a main branch, confirmed, right? So let's say you will give main. Okay, remember the lowercase and uppercase also matters here. If the branch is in lowercase, okay, you can see it is in lowercase, please go through it in the lowercase only. Okay, the same way here what you have. Okay, rule set, that is main. Okay, rest all is same as it is. And here what you can do is, what you can, so here there's a rules. Okay, again you want to enable or disable it, it's up to you. Okay, this rule will be enforced. If you want to keep it active, then active, then disable, then you can do it. Okay, this rule set will not be enforced. Okay, you have an option for this. If you want to add bypass, means you can roles, teams, or you any proper, if you want to give to any bypass list, then you can add those people whomever you want to choose. Okay, you have again deploy case, you have repository admin, main, maintain, write, as I discussed, right? In private we have this topic, right, where we have to read, write, admin permission, those things. Okay, but for now we don't have, so will not give. So you have any target branch, which branches should be matched, so we don't have any branch, so will not give. But if you want to see what branch and all, you can see include the default branch, all branches, include by pattern, exclude by pattern, you have an option for that. Okay, but we will concentrate more on the rules. Okay, let's say rules. Okay, you have something called restrict creation. Okay, so you can either only, okay, only users, only allow users with the bypass permission to create. Okay, so let's say here if I have given somebody, let's say I have given 10 people in this bypass list. Okay, only those 10 people can do changes in my list, apart from that no one can do. Okay, for that you can give a permission here. Okay, if you want to restrict the updates, like only allow users bypass permission to update matching, you can go with that. Okay, you have two restrictions here. Again, only allow users with bypass permission to delete matching referrals. So like that, require liner. Okay, require the deployments to succeed. You have require sign commits. Okay, require a pull request before merging. You have so many other options also. Okay, again you have something called require status to check, or checks to bypass. Again, these all are sets. You know how we have the policies for the IAM in our AWS, like you only read full access, give the full access, or only read access, read write permission they should have. The same thing here also, kind of policies it is. Okay, block the force push, means prevent users with push access from force pushing. Okay, so the person cannot push it force. Okay, again require code scanning results. Okay, automatically request copilot review code. If you want to automatically does that review code, you have an option review new push. Okay, review draft pull, like that you can go and give your what I can say, branch rules. Okay, this is all about the branch rule, and branch rule is for what? It is to give the security purpose, like who can do what and how much safe should be your main branch or the master branch. Okay, currently whatever changes you are doing, as I have given here in the main, it is on the main branch only, not any other branch. Okay, so let's say if you have done something on main, because main branch is where you push your code, whatever the changes the other developer is doing, he will be pushing the branches to the main, right? So this is very much important, and your main branch code should be very much secured. Okay, that's the reason you give a security purpose, you set all these rules. Okay, so if you want to create, then you can go and click on this create option. Okay, the same thing, here you have models. Okay, we can leave, currently I am not going to set anything. This is the modules, like in this repository, if disable, the modules will be hidden. Okay, and the prompt editor and comparison tools evaluation will be unavailable. Many more options you have webhooks. Okay, copilot, environment, code space, page, and all pages where we have already studied, so I will not concentrate on this in today's session. Okay, So I hope you got the option. Here you have interaction limits, code review limits also you have. Okay, this is all we have seen in the branching protection. Okay, branching protection rules. Okay, let's jump into the next third one, that is called as repository templates. What is this, right? So let's jump into the profile. Okay, so you have to go to the main branch. Okay, let's see when you have this option. Okay, settings. Okay, you have to go to the main branch. This is the one. Okay, then you have something called settings, is it? So you should enter into that settings. Then later you have something called as template repository, right? I just want to tell you something. Here, what all I have readme, I have index.html, and then I have styles.css. These are my 3 files, right? So what I want to try to tell you is next project. Template is like copy, a blueprint of this, right? So if you want your next repo, whichever you're creating, you want in the same format, then it will be in readme, index.html and styles.css. In this 3 format only it will be, it will show you an option. Okay, and how we will see that. Okay, so let's say I'm into template repository. Okay, I have to go into that repository, enter into that. Then here I have something called template repository. Let users generate new repositories with the same directory structure and files. If you want to know more about it, you can go and see this in a different page, where you can go and see and how it is created. Use this template, it is choosing the owner, hello, many more options you have. Okay, so if you want to read, then you can please explore it. Okay, so you can come here, just click on this template repository. Okay, it is in main branch. Okay, default is main because I also showed you here it is main, right? So the same thing here also. And enable releases means disallow assets and tags from being modified once release is published. So after this checkbox, the next whatever the changes you do, it is not applicable. So currently I am not doing anything. Okay, so in the same way you have something called issues, sponsor, many more options you have here. Features for wikis you have, for issues you have, for sponsors you have, for preserve this repository you have, for projects you have, for pull request you have. Okay, many more options you have here. So what you can do is you can just go. Okay, you no need to create again. Okay, the best part is there is no option to save. You should just give the tick mark, and then it will be automatically it will be applied here. Okay, when you click here, you have something called, you can see this, use this template. When okay, now it was not there actually, right? It was, I did not refresh, I have to took the duplicate one and I just want to show you, right? Here it is not there, but here it is the where. Now if I refresh this, I will see here. Okay, let's do it. 1 2 3, tada. Okay, so it will reflect, right? So in this way it will be created. Okay, now why did I tell you this much story, right? Only this much is the only one? No, you have some other options also stating here. You can click on this. You have option called open in code space. You have another option called create a new repository with this. Means let's say you are creating another repository. Okay, but there you don't want to again write all these things like readme.index.html, index.html, styles.css. You no need to write it again and again, but copy, you just want the same thing, copy to be copied, right? So you follow this here. Okay, and then you have an option called, let's say the second, I'll say second test. Okay, I'll give something called second test. Okay, then here you can write this description. It's same how we create the repo. Okay, public only. Okay, and then create repo. Readme I did not do. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's see what is the output. You can see here second test. Okay, we did not do anything. Okay, we did not do anything, directly it has come, right? So but before, first when we create a repo, we should go to our local, then we have to do changes, then we have to add, then we have to commit, then we have to push, then we can see here. But here you no need to do all those things. Everything is available for you with the help of templates. So that is the advantage of the template repository, where you can see it. Okay, again you have the code also. Okay, it's not like you don't have. You have your code, everything, whatever is there. you no need to do. So this is a simple step if you want to follow the previous one, previous in the sense the same code you want to copy here, but with a new branch, then you can do this. Okay, this is the use of template. So like this, you can go and create the multiple options. It's not like limited to one. You have multiple options also. Okay, second test I have. So I'll just go back to my repo. So you like this, you have so many other options also to create it. Okay, so I was in which branch? GitHub hands-on project, right? So like this, I can just go and if I want again one more, I can just click on this and create the another one also, where I'll not do anything. So I'll just give the third. I'll say here, here it is giving me one option stating start with the template with this. Okay, include all branches if you want to include all. Let's say currently we on this GitHub project we have only one branch, that is main branch. Like that, if you have multiple branch, all the branches whatever, let's say you have feature branch, you have different branches. Okay, architect or somebody, whoever, based on the company wise what are the branches is there, dev, stage, prod, environment, whatever branch is there, all the branches, in all the branches whatever is there, everything should be copied here. That is also possible here. Okay, so the time you give test, I say third, right? Third test is it? So it will show you, it can also give you the description, and then it is public, rest all is same, then I will be creating. Okay, so that time here what will happen, the repo will create and it will give you the next repos. Okay, this is the one where your third repos will be created. Okay, your branch also is the one. Okay, in this way you can create your templates, and you have a better understanding here. Okay, the same thing here. I hope you have understood what is repository templates. Okay, next we are going with the forking repository. I also told you what is forking repository. Forking repository is something where you copy the repo of other person in your repo. Okay, so let's say I'll go to one of the repo. Let's say Linux. I'll go with Linux GitHub repo, anything, okay, which is the oldest version or very much famous. Okay, so you can see 58k people got fork. Okay, so our concept, and here in our in our terminal here we have the fork option, right? Currently it is not there because already we have created it. Okay, 1 minute, let me go to the next. It is not visible because cannot fork, because it's your own repository and are not member of any organization. Okay, so you are the own member. Okay, you are the what I can say, you are the owner, right? How you can you can fork for yourself, you cannot copy, right? So what you have, you can, let's go with another one, another public account which I have taken from the Linux. Okay, so let's say I want to fork this, okay, to my repo. So same copy will be copied to my repo. So I'll do your fork. Okay, then here I'll say Linux only, let it be. Rest all is say, here it is showing copy the master branch only. Okay, or what all you want, you can copy that. Okay, by default forks are named the same as their upstream repository. You can customize the name to distinguish it further. Okay, by default, when I did not give Linux, it has created by itself. So that's what it created by itself. By default we did not do anything, right? So you can also customize it later, no problem, right? So here it is also saying a fork is a copy of a repository. Forking a repository allows you freely experiment with changes without affecting the original project. Okay, so without affecting your original project, it is creating. Okay, this is the fork wala. Okay, fork thing, sorry. Okay, the same thing here also, you have something called description, which it has come default. Okay, you are saying copy only master branch. Okay, and you are creating a fork in your personal account. Yes, create. Okay, so I have created it. Okay, let's say how. You can see this is my profile, is it? This is my profile. When I go and see here, it has been forked for me. There are so many branches actually. 1 minute. Here you can see Linux, is it? Here you can see the Linux, right? So you should click on this Linux, then everything is prepared. Okay, to be very practical, it's not possible for us to do all these files. Okay, under folders, folders under file. Okay, there are so many things. Okay, whatever was there in this in this fork. 1 minute, where it went. it will be created to my account. Okay, because I have forked it. Fork is something which is whatever is there in this file, in this Linux person. Okay, he is somebody, I think, yeah, 1 minute. I think it is giving the same one. Linux. This is the source code I had been to. So you can see, okay, his thing I have forked into my account. Okay, then I have created it here, right? 1 minute, so many tabs are there. Okay, so when I see on my repo, let me go back again. So many repos, show more, show more. Okay, Linux you have, right? All his code is copied to my system. Okay, let's say if I want to do something with this profile, then I'll go with my code, and here when I copy this, okay, let me show you in any of the notepad. Here you have an understanding stating what it is. Okay, so let's say I have something called, you can see, right, GitHub DevOps classes code, then linux.git. Okay, till here it is my profile, my profile name. Okay, HTTP URL. Only linux.git is something which I have forked. Okay, so this is what you can fork it. Okay, fork, and then how and all fork is important, because let's say you don't want to create, you don't want to invest much time on that, you copy paste and again push pull, do changes and all. It's not really practical, right? So you can just copy, then from that you can do your own projects. Like that, somebody's project you can copy to your own, and you can do your own projects, and you can do an experiment on that and understand many more options. So fork is important. Okay, again, if you want to know how many people have forked for this, you can see this many people has forked, how many people are watching, this many people, how many people starred, you can see this. Okay, read me view. Okay, and 206 people starred star this, and how many people are currently watching, that information we have. And then yeah, so 904 people has tagged, and whoever are the contributors are all here. Okay, there are more than 17,158 contributors, whichever is the languages, you can see it here, right? So C language, this much percentage, shell, make up, make file, others Python and Rust. Okay, and assembly also is this much is the contribution of this fork. Okay, so like that, if you want to go and see the Kubernetes, Docker, anything which is public repo, you can contribute, you can see from this, you can also contribute to this. Okay, there are so many other things also where you can go and understand more about it, right? So this is all about the fork, but still we have something called, okay, let's understand what it is. We have something called managing issues. Okay, what is managing issues, we have understood. Let's go and see what does it mean. Okay, so let me go to any of the profile for now. Okay, here you can see something called issues tab, is it? So you should click on that issues tab. So currently if any issues is there, you get a notification here. If you want to label it, you can go and label it. Okay, you can label in this way, like bug, document, duplicates, enhancement, so many options you have. Okay, you can also create the new label if you want. If you want to customize anything, you can go and do it. Okay, so in this way you have different things, and you have milestones also. Okay, you can also filter by this author, you can also filter by labels. You can also, let's say some issue is there. Okay, you are an admin, you go with, how you want to go with bug, and there is somebody author called, let's say some author. Okay, if he has given, then it will be open. It's like Jira ticket, I can say. You can filter it and you can see which issue is there and what all. Okay, so here you can see if you are an admin and if you have users, then you will get all these things. Okay, here all this milestone you find all this assignee. Okay, all these things you have, newest to old. Okay, latest update, total comments, best match, reactions, oldest to new, newest, whatever it is, you get everything here. If you want to create a new issue, you can create a new issue here. Okay, so it's all about like Jira only. We find it, no, in Jira you go and write it, you also tag, like you also label it, you also tell what is your issue and all. Then you go it, and then if you want to filter it, let's say you are into a support team or you are into a DevOps team or any of the team, and you have your Jira tickets from many other team members. Okay, external team or in your team. In your team, of course, you will not create because you discuss. External team, let's say some data team or somebody else. Let's say you are a DevOps engineer and you get it, the ticket. So you don't want to go with the old one, but the latest one. So or vice versa, right? So you go and filter it. The same option here also we get. Okay, so this is all about issues. Okay, so the last thing we have, that is called as repository. And what does it mean? Sorry, repository insights. Okay, so here we have something called insights, where you can see it, right? So you can see insights here also, October 18, 2025 to this, when it created to what. Okay, and then we also have something called open, how many pull requests are open, how many closed issues we have, new issues we have. Okay, that is for pulse, for contributors, what you have, what is the dashboard, you can see, because I told you here it will show you in the graphs. Okay, and how much are pull request active, all those details you can see it, right? Currently contributors are how many, like you can see how many commits happened, 8 commits happened, week 12th 12th October, week of 12 October. Okay, 8th and 8 commits happened, and you can also see how much, how many commits happened, how many contributed on 13th October, right? Again, for community, if you have somebody enable discussion to unlock the community, you can go and contribute in that. If you have some standard communities, these are the standard. If you want to add somebody, you can add it. Okay, and this is for traffics. Okay, you can see what is git clone happen, unique cloners in last 14 days. Okay, and then total views, unique visitors in 14 days. Okay, you have referring site also, popular content also, you have option here. The same thing here, you have something called commits. Okay, commits in the sense, like how many commits happened in last few days or whatever. Okay, crushing the latest data just for you, hang tight. So it's like it is loading because it takes some time. So like this, you have so many options also to see. Let's wait. We can also see here in this tab, not to waste much of our time. So I think commit code frequency. Okay, see code frequency, it is giving you, there were deletions 60 and then additions were 125. It is giving you labels here also, it is giving you the frequency, it's like a graphical data. Here you can also see the dependency graphs. Okay, we don't have anything, so dependence or a depend boat. Okay, dependa boat. Okay, you have any networks, you have your. Okay, and your, see, it has given so good. You can also see, okay, what happened here. Okay, initial, then what happened, readme, then readme file, then readme data happened, then it went here. Okay, it is going to this update, it is giving you in such a good diagram way, right? Where DevOps classes code readme happened. Okay, all this is into DevOps patch 1. Okay, everything new graph it is showing you. Any forks you have done, it will show you the forks. Currently no one has forked. Okay, actions, usage metrics, so whatever actions you have used, it will be your. Okay, for now nothing is there. So you have again period, month wise, you have last 30 days, last year 90 days, and you can customize it. Okay, with the date wise. Again, you can also see your jobs, your runtime of your OS, your runner type, you can see here. Here you can also see your performance metrics. Okay, like your average 1 second, like your job runtime below less than 1 second, queue in 1 second. Okay, what is a failure, what is runtime, again workflow, job runtime, many more options you can see here. Also you can customize your date wise and you can predict. Okay, let's see. We have missed this commit, right? So I can see how many things happened. This many commits happened on 12th October, and then date wise customized settings you can do. You can also see the chat options, like view has tables, CSV, PNG, you can download it. If you want a table, you can see this table, you can also download it. Okay, and you can also do some settings part, right? When you go and increase your contrast, if you want, you can do it. Okay, if you don't want, you can show data labels, you can make it off, then it will tell you the data wise. Okay, each data wise whatever happened. So in this way you can see your things, you can manage. So this is how you look after all your all advanced repository management. Okay, so I believe like you got more than information, like what exactly, and you might have not be aware of this. So if you know already, then it's really good. I think like if something is added to it, so I'm happy for that. So if you have any doubts, you can give a comment section. So we have so many other topics to be discussed, which we will be discussing in the upcoming session. So I recommend, if you have not gone through the previous videos, please go through it. And if you have any doubts, you can reach out through the comments. Thank you. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Please share and subscribe. See you soon in the next video.